real, Jason. It has to get tiring sometimes, doesn't it? Always fighting with all these people all the time.
No, it doesn't at all. This is my purpose in life, to fight with the media. That's why I got involved in the media, is to call BS on the media. And so I do it. People respond. It's fun. It's my life purpose. That's like, would you ask Muhammad Ali or Floyd Mayweather, does it ever get tired fighting? Well, they're like, well, no, that's what they do.
Stephen A. Smith, what do you think? Is he talking all this stuff about Trump? He had Byron Donalds on there, who I thought made him look stupid. Is Stephen A. Smith a Trumper? Is he an anti-Trumper? What do you think he is?
He's a plant, Alex. That's what I've been telling you. He's putting on a little gimmick like he's outspoken and he's a bit of a free thinker, but he's not. He's controlled, and he has to always stay on message. That's why he makes the comments about obvious comments that some black people find Trump relatable because he's being persecuted by the criminal justice system. And then Stephen A. Smith makes those comments on Hannity. As soon as he gets some blowback from the NAACP, handful of influencers, what's he do? He tapes an apology that he put out yesterday. He doesn't have the courage of his convictions, and he knows that he lives in a little box of things he can say. And so, yeah, he pretends to be middle of the road, but he's a typical leftist. He's a Biden supporter.
And he averaged half a point in 2 games. What is the math? You always make me laugh when you say that. What is it? He averaged 1 point. What is his stat line?
1.2 games?
Points in 1 game he averaged. And so I don't know how much basketball. You two got white guys. You probably never played basketball.
No. Hey, that's racist.
He's really never played.
I'm a good basketball player.
You can't score 1.5 points in a game. It can't be done. His whole book is just filled with lies.
But what about Pat McAfee getting the top ESPN executive fired? What do you think about all that drama?
I'm one of the few people that respect Norby Williamson. Norby was one of the good guys.
Okay.
And Norby's the type of guy that attends mass every day and goes into the ESPN jungle, that secular jungle of Disney, and tried to fight the good fight. And he ended up losing because just too many road games. And, look, I like Pat McAfee. I certainly like what he accomplished, building his own brand and whatnot. But, taking out an executive like Norby, and again, look, it's all in. I'll quote The Wire. It's all in the game, yo. Norby knew that he was in the fight and that this was a possibility. This is what goes on behind the scenes in corporate media and in television and Hollywood. Norby had a good 30 plus 40 years at ESPN. It was a great run. McAfee and these guys have more power now. And, hats off to McAfee.
Katie Nolan, who is always fighting with my boy Jason. Jason cooks her he's like on the barbecue grill every day. So can you tell us a little bit?
Right. Yeah,
can we get some
Dan
context?
Soder's future wife.
Yes, Dan Soder. He knows Dan. He's obsessed with Dan.
I'm friends with Dan
They're
Soder.
not actually dating, are they? Or they do a podcast?
They're married.
Oh, they're married.
They're soon to be married.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, soon to be married. Yeah.
Does Dan know that she...
Yeah, Dan, I was in the green room at the stand, after this whole thing, and then they were all talking about it. I remember.
I want to get Jason's reaction, but you as a person not involved in it, whose side were you on?
I don't even remember. All I remember was there was a controversy. I actually don't remember what it was.
You better be on Jason's side, I swear.
What was it about?
You better be. I don't know, but you just better be on Jason's side.
Okay, he needs to be on Katie Nolan's side.
No, I'm not on anybody's. I don't take sides.
But why is Katie Nolan so bad, Jason?
Because she had no qualifications for a job and got all kinds of opportunities, and then acted spoiled and entitled and pretended like she was mistreated when she was handed everything. I saw this. She was so mean and rude to executives. They allowed it. They tolerated it. She had very little talent. This is a bartender that got to pretend for, 7 straight years on Fox Sports and ESPN that she was some high in-demand, talented sports broadcaster, pocketed several $1 million for her trouble, but pretended the whole time she was a victim. She was an attractive woman that was able to use her ability to flirt and to get media people to simp for her. And she turned it into a nice little hustle, a nice little grift pocketed several $1 million, made people pretend like she really mattered, flamed out. I called her out on it. She had left me alone. I would have never annihilated Kaylee Nolan. But the facts are, she brought the fight to me, and I was like, oh, you want to fight? I like to fight. Let's do it.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself